All right, welcome back to the So What Show, guys. What we about to go into at this time is the Holy Quran message of the week at the end of the week. So this week that we just went through is a wrap up with this Holy Quran of the week. Okay, I've never seen it like that. Well, it's the first time for everything. The beginnings and endings for other things. Okay, so we're gonna get started, and it's coming out of chapter 48, base universal, the victory, section 2, the defaulters, the defaulters, those of the dwellers of the desert who lag behind will say to you, our property and our families kept us busy, so ask forgiveness for us. They say with their tongues what is not in their hearts. Say, then who can control aught for you from Allah? If he intends to do you harm, or if he intends to do you good? No, Allah is ever aware of what you do. No, you thought that the messenger and the believers would never return to their families, and that was made fair seeming in your hearts. And you thought an evil thought, and you are a people doomed to perish. And whoever believes not in Allah and his messenger, then surely we have prepared burning fire for the disbelievers. And Allah's is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. He forgives whom he pleases and chastises whom he pleases. And Allah is ever forgiving, merciful. Those who lag behind will say, when you set forth to acquire gains, allow us to follow you. They desire to change the word of Allah. Say, you shall not follow us. Thus did Allah say before, but they will say, no, you are jealous of us. No, they understand not but a little. Say to those of the dwellers of the desert who lagged behind, you will soon be called against a people of mighty powers to fight against them until they submit. Then if you obey, Allah will grant you a good reward. But if you turn back as you turned back before, he will chastise you with a painful chastisement. There is no blame on the blind, nor is there blame on the lame, nor is there blame on the sick. And whoever obeys Allah and his messenger, he will cause him to enter gardens wherein flow rivers. And whoever turns back, he will chastise him with a painful chastisement. Section 3, test. More victories for Islam. Allah indeed was well pleased with the believers when they swore allegiance to you under the tree. And he knew what was in their hearts. So he sent down tranquility on them and rewarded them with a near victory and many gains which they will acquire. And Allah is ever mighty, wise. Allah promised you many gains which you will acquire. Then he hastened this on for you, sped it on, and held back the hands of men from you, and that it may be a sign for the believers, and that he may guide you on a right path, and others which you have not yet been able to achieve. Allah has surely encompassed them, and Allah is ever powerful over all things. And if those who disbelieve fight with you, they will certainly turn their backs. Then they will find no protector nor helper. Such has been the course of Allah that has run before. And you will not find a change in Allah's course. And he it is who held back their hands from you and your hands from them in the valley of Mecca after he had given you victory over them. And Allah is ever seer of what you do. It is they who disbelieved and debarred you from the sacred mosque, and the offering withheld from reaching its goal. And were it not for the believing men and the believing women, whom not having known, you might have trodden down, and thus something hateful might have afflicted you on their account without knowledge, so that Allah may admit to his mercy whom he pleases. Had they been apart, we would surely have chastised those who disbelieved from among them with a painful chastisement. When those who disbelieve harbored disdain in their hearts, the disdain of ignorance. But Allah sent down his tranquility on his messenger and on the believers, and made them keep the word of observance of duty. And they were entitled to it and worthy of it. And Allah is ever knower of all things. Section 4, base, foundation, ultimate triumph of Islam. Allah indeed fulfilled the vision for his messenger with truth. You shall certainly enter the sacred mosque, if Allah please, in security, your head shaved and your hair cut short, not fearing. But he knows what you know not. So he has ordained a near victory before that. He it is who has sent his messenger with the guidance and the religion of truth, that he may make it prevail over all religions. And Allah is enough for a witness. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, and those with him are firm of heart against the disbelievers, compassionate among themselves. Thou seest them bowing down, prostrating themselves, seeking Allah's grace and pleasure. Their marks are on their faces in consequence of prostration. That is their description in the Torah and their description in the gospel. Like seed produce that puts forth its sprout, then strengthens it, so it becomes stout and stands firmly on its stem, delighting the sowers, that he may enrage the disbelievers on account of them. Allah has promised such of them as believe and do good, forgiveness and a great reward. chapter 49. Base is about to be born. Al Hujarat, the apartments, double. True universal. Section, 2 sections, 18 verses. Section 1, truth. Respect for the prophet. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, O you who believe, be not forward in the presence of Allah and his messenger, and keep your duty to Allah. Surely Allah is hearing, knowing. O you who believe, raise not your voices above the prophet's voice, nor speak loudly to him as you speak loudly one to another, lest your deeds become known while you perceive not. Surely those who lower their voices before Allah's messenger are they whose hearts Allah has proved for dutifulness. For them is forgiveness and a great reward. Those who call out to you from behind the private apartments, most of them have no sense. And if they had patience till you come out to them, it will be better for them. And Allah is forgiving, merciful. O you who believe, if an unrighteous man brings you news, look carefully into it, lest you harm a people in ignorance. Then be sorry for what you did. And know that among you is Allah's messenger. Were he to obey you in many a matter, you will surely fall into distress. But Allah has endeared the faith to you and has made it seemly in your hearts. And he has made hateful to you disbelief and transgression and disobedience. Such are those who are rightly guided. A grace from Allah and a favor. And Allah is knowing, wise. And if two parties of the believers quarrel, make peace between them. Then if one of them does wrong to the other, fight that which does wrong till it return to Allah's command. Then, if it returns, make peace between them with justice and act equitably. Surely Allah loves the equitable. The believers are brethren, so make peace between your brother and keep your duty to Allah, that mercy may be had on you. Section 2, respect for Muslim brotherhood, double. O you who believe, let not people laugh at people. Perchance they may be better than they. Nor let women laugh at women. Perchance they may be better than they. Neither find fault with your own people, nor call one another by nicknames. Evil is a bad name after faith. And whoso turns not, these it is that are the wrong doers, iniquitous. O you who believe, avoid most of suspicion. For surely suspicion in some cases is sin. And spy not, nor let some of you backbite others. Does one of you like to eat the flesh of his dead brother? You abhor it and keep your duty to Allah Surely Allah is oft returning to mercy, merciful. O mankind, white man, surely we have created you from a male and a female, and made you tribes and families, that you may know each other. Surely the noblest of you with Allah is the most dutiful of you. Surely Allah is knowing, aware. The dwellers of the desert say, we believe. Say, you believe not, but say, we submit. And faith has not yet entered into your hearts. And if you obey Allah and his messenger, he will not diminish aught of your deeds. Surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. The believers are those only who believe in Allah and his messenger. Then they doubt not and struggle hard with their wealth and their lives in the way of Allah. Such are the truthful ones. Say, would you appraise Allah of your religion? And Allah knows what is in the heavens, good conditions, and what is in the earth, people. And Allah is knower of all things. They presume to lay you under an obligation by becoming Muslims. Say, lay me not under an obligation by your Islam. Rather, Allah lays you under an obligation by guiding you to the faith. If you are truthful, surely Allah knows the unseen of the heavens, good condition, and the earth, people. And Allah is seer of what you do. Last, for the wrap up of this week, chapter 50, justice for nobody. Qaf, revealed at Mecca, 3 sections, 45 verses. Test, foundated justice. Section 1, truth, the resurrection. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, Almighty God, God, by the glorious Quran. No, they wonder that a warner has come to them from among themselves. So the disbelievers say, this is a wonderful thing. When we die and become dust, that is a far return. We know indeed what the earth diminishes of them, and with us is a book that preserves. No, they reject the truth when it comes to them. So they are in a state of confusion. Do they not look at the sky above them? How we have made it and adorned it, and it has no gaps. And the earth, we have spread it out and cast therein mountains. And we have made to grow therein of every beautiful kind, to give sight and as a reminder to every servant who turns to Allah. To Allah. And we send down from the clouds water abounding in good. Then we cause to grow thereby gardens, and the grain that is reaped. And the tall palm trees having flower spikes piled one above another. A substance for the servants. And we give life thereby to a dead land. Thus is the rising. Before them, the people of Noah rejected the truth. the truth. And so did. So did the dwellers of Al Ras and Thamad and Ad and Pharaoh and Lot's brethren and the dwellers of the grove and the people of Tuba. They all rejected the messengers. So my threat came to pass. Were we then fatigued with the first creation? Yet they are in doubt about a new creation. And with that being stated, family, keep your heads up, stay focused, and read. Okay? I look like I done bent my glasses off a little bit. Falling asleep with them on. Woke up with a bite. And then I must have killed him in my sleep. That bad boy on the ground laid out, a yellow jacket. I knew if something had bit me. Right here. But he on the ground dead now. Don't mess with me in my sleep. Small or big. All right there, family. Till next time, keep your heads up, stay focused, and read. Peace. For the